So, skills list A, lumbar active range of motion, flexion with tape measurer. 2, CUT, hip external rotation. 3, mobility testing, lumbar central PA. 4, joint mobilization, hip inferior glides, grades 1 through 4. 5, fair test. Okay, so let me get a pen. Because Amy, I'm going to have you stand up, and we're going to do a little bit of active range of motion for yours. Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm going to have you actually take your shirt off if you're okay with that. Otherwise, I can just screw it up in line. Okay, so I get down to her PSIS's and draw a line right through the middle. Is it all right if I draw on your back? Okay. And then I take a tape measure and I measure 15 centimeters up and draw another line, which happens to be right underneath your support bra. And then I say, Amy, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like for you to bend forwards as far down as you can. You can let your arms hang or you can let them down your leg, whichever you like. I will measure this one. All right. And then I take the difference. You can stand back up. I take the difference from the beginning measurement of 15 centimeters and the end measurement, which happens to be 25 centimeters, and she has a 10 centimeter difference lumbar flexion. Okay, that was skill number 1. Now skill number 2, contractile unit, hip external rotation. So Amy, you can put your shirt back on. It's chilly in this room. And you can lay on your stomach, head on either side, doesn't matter. It's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I want you to bend your leg so your knee is bent right there. Perfect. And I'm going to be applying an external pressure. So I'm pulling her foot out towards me. And Amy, what I want you to do is keep your foot where it is. I want you to match my resistance as I press in. Okay? Ready? Hold. And relax. Any pain with that? Awesome. If there was pain, then it could be taken to manual muscle test. Well, if there was pain, it would indicate a muscular problem. Okay, mobility testing, lumbar central PA. So if you will be on your stomach, I'm going to raise your shirt up just a little bit by your sports bra, okay? Sure. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the hypothenar eminence on my hand, which is the soft part of my palm, and I'm going to apply it on her central spinous process in a posterior to anterior direction. So Amy, what I want you to do is just tell me if you feel any pain with this motion. I'm just assessing your lumbar mobility. And so on and so forth, up and down the lumbar spine. And I was looking for hypo or hypermobility and any pain recreation with those movements. Next, I've got joint mobilization, hip inferior glides, grades 1 through 4. So if you'll be on your back. All right, can you scoot a little bit closer to the edge for me? Perfect. And I'm going to put your shoulder or your knee over my shoulder so I can support it and apply some pulling forces down, and it should give me an idea of your capsular movement. I'm just trying to see how mobile your hip is, okay? All right. So I get as close to the joint line as I can, or groin line, excuse me. And I compress the soft tissue, and I pull straight down in an inferior direction. And it's small movements. I'm just feeling for the mobility of the hip, and if there's any pain with that movement, and so on. applying grades 1 through 4, if I were to use this for treatment purposes, I could do grade 1, which for demonstration, I'll show you. So you take up the soft tissue slab and you apply slight, quick amplitude forces inferiorly in the first 25% of movement. If I wanted to go grades 2, I would go until the first 50% of movement and then back off at a slower amplitude. And then grade 3, I'm going beyond the 50% mark into that latter 75%. And I'm applying slow movements as well, getting beyond that initial joint mobility. And then grade 4 is in the very final 25% of mobility, and I'm applying quick pulses down in inferior way. Okay, last skill is the FAIR test, which is testing for piriformis syndrome, any kind of sciatic nerve compression, as well as femoral acetabular impingement. So I'll have the patient on her side. So Amy, if you will please lay on your left side facing me. And what I'm going to do is have her bottom leg bend. So then I want you to take this knee over the edge of the table. I stabilize here at her hip, and I apply a pressure down by her knee in the same angle that piriformis runs, and attempts to recreate any of her pain or symptoms, or to see if she has any anterior hip pain as well. It could be a femoral acetabular impingement sign. And that's about